Okay, let's. I was going to say let's get this party started. It's because I've been at Fife Fest. It's the reason why I've got Glastonbury on here. I tell you what, Fife Fest. I'm going to go back just now, and Cammy Barnes is going to be headlining their own Fife Canny Barnes singer-songwriter, including the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Anyway, let's jump into this now, and I'll do my quick Fife property market update from the 1st to the 7th of September yesterday. This is the weekly roundup driving the Fife property market, including looking at the recent listings, sales, and also the coming soons. Okay, so this is on a podcast as well, so you want to listen to it later, please do. Let me just talk about the numbers for the Fife property market, what's coming in. This is it here. This is a good market. I could tell you that straight away. Now, in the regional areas, when you drive down to that, it's maybe a different story. For example, Cooper, 16 properties came on, 9 actually sold. So supply is clearly outstripping demand. East Neuk, 7 versus 7. So even same with St Andrews, 9 versus 9. Leavenmouth, 14 versus 9. So again, supply outstripping demand. But look at Dunfermline, how that is. Demand is outstripping supply. So on the West Coast, there seems to be a real upsurge in the number of buyers available to buy properties on the West Coast. It could be the proximity to Edinburgh and people realising there's a better price point outside the area. However, Leavenmouth is a good prospect for that because of the train station, and that will flow through in the next 2 or 3 years. Okay, Glenrothes, even Stevens again. Here we've got a lot of even Stevens, 15 versus 15, and Kirkcaldy, 28 versus 27. Wouldn't that have been good if that was 28 versus 28? Anyway, that's the first time I've seen sort of so many the same properties, the same number of properties came on and the same number of properties sold in a week itself, and almost exactly the same for the 123 versus 124, which is right across all the agents in the Fife area. So this is all the agents in the Fife area list on Rightmove. This is the numbers that we look at for that reason. We did a couple of shows yesterday, for example. I did a show with Richard about extending your home. If you're extending your home, you're thinking about extending your home, then there is a blog and there is a vlog and a podcast in this post. You can click on the link above or below and you can get access to that. And you can read that article. It's a 4-minute read, or you've got the podcast, which is about an hour long. But it's a good insight into how you can add significant value to your property and how you could avoid losing significant value of your property with making the right steps towards extending your home. The key is start early, get the best advice, and work on facts rather than what you think opinions are. Anyway, let's get back to the Fife property market and talk about the ones actually sold this week from us. Give you a great insight into the market and how it is just now overall. So here we are right here. This is one of the first ones to be sold. This is Cooper for last week. Cooper Road in Kennaway. This took a lot longer to sell. It was a cracking property too, but it's like sometimes that happens for some properties. Offers over 200,000. It was a 2-bedroom detached bungalow, and it is now away in the Kennaway area. The next one we have is Kenmount Drive in Kennaway. This was a great opportunity for someone to put their own stamp on this. This sold a wee bit longer, again taking a wee bit longer to sell. 3-bedroom semi-detached house. It was offers over 120,000. It is now away. The same with Langhouse Green in Crail, sold in just under 2 months. 3-bedroom detached bungalow, offers over 310,000. Now, if you're thinking about these price points and thinking, wow, these price points are pretty good for these types of houses in these areas, then contact us, because yours could be in a similar position. You could have a property which is worth a lot more than you think, which will give you a lot more choices about what to do with your next move, whether it's downsizing, upsizing, rent accommodation, moving abroad, moving out the area. Get in touch with us now. Let's get back to this then, and let's get back to the overall. What's the next one that came up? It's away again as well. This is away. West Shore and St Monans. It's sold and it took a wee bit longer. It's predominantly because it was quite a unique house. It had this big glass atrium in between, and a lot of people just couldn't get their head around that. But I thought it was a beautiful concept right in between. I remember it was Peter Marriott was telling me it got a crane to lift the whole glass atrium across and put it in between the net loft and the actual main house itself to make this beautiful living space. And it was a huge event at the time when this was done. And so I do remember that house vividly in the story that Peter Marr told me. And that was offered over 575,000. That is away in West Shore in St Monans. The final one is away. See, There's a lot selling this last week. 4th Avenue and Garbridge sold in 2 months. You know, the average time to sell across Fife, although that is better than average in the St Andrews area, because St Andrews takes a lot longer to sell because there's a huge amount of properties on the market just now with all the estate right across the board. This sold in 2 months, offers over 300,000. So if you've got a property like this in the Garbridge area and you're looking to sell, you know who to call, and it ain't Ghostbusters. Anyway, let's talk about what's coming soon. Coming soon, signed up. If you're interested in these properties, we've actually signed them up. We're going to be putting them on a pre-portal. If you're interested in these properties, give us a call now, or message us direct, or contact us any other way you can, because you get an insight into this way before everybody else, and you might get your ducks in a row way before everybody else, and it might give you the golden opportunity to buy this property before it gets even on the market. Sometimes we have had properties sell off market, no one's ever seen them, no one's ever known about them, and it's an offer the seller can't refuse. That can still happen, by the way, and we have had that recently, but one. So North Wind in Collinsborough is coming on, a 2-bedroom terraced house, beautiful inside, by the way. I've seen it, it's gorgeous. And its back garden as well looks right over the field, which is brilliant. And it's off the main road, which is ideal as well, and off-street parking as well. Queen Margaret Street in St Mona's, 3-bedroom ground floor apartment will be getting coming on soon. Hillview in Balmullo, a 3-bedroom semi-detached house. Wellsler Road in Buckhaven, a 3-bedroom upper floor apartment as well. So if you're interested in any of these properties, please give us a call and we'll be able to give you more insight and details into this property itself. Okay, so we did another back to a podcast that we did during the week. If anybody doesn't know, where are all the cash buyers? Where are they all gone? What's happened to all these cash buyers in the market? Well, I did a property show during the week with Perry, and it was talking about all the differences in where cash buyers are right now. And because people aren't getting people are in a position now just to get going. A lot of these people have actually disappeared now, because most people have houses to sell, or they've got mortgage to arrange, and so they're not strictly cash buyers themselves. So this is the thing you've got to take into account. So we talk about this in depth in this show. The podcast is on here, the article's on here. Click on the link above or below, and you get more details in that itself. You can see I'm pretty fired up about Fife Fest right now. And let me just finally finish off with one of the properties which are actually completed this week, Pilmuir Farm Cottage, a 1-bedroom semi-detached cottage. By the way, nobody ever thought we would get the price we got for this property when it actually first came on the market, and it sold in 2 months, and it sold for £186,000 for a 1-bedroom semi-detached cottage at Pilmuir Farm Cottage just outside London Links, and that is away. So again, if you're looking for that buyer, it can fall in line with everything you need them to do. It can give you the offer you can't refuse. Then contact us today. Finally, just let me finish off thanking everybody for the time and watching, listen to this. Wealth Creation Show tomorrow with Richard. I'll be doing the Wealth Creation Show tomorrow with Richard at 12:30 live. We will talk about money mindset. Money is actually an emotional thing. So sometimes when we say that we want to learn more about our finances, or say we simply want to be more sensible with money, we're actually looking, and what we're actually looking to do is feel better about our relationship with money. After all, money is right up there with oxygen. You need it to mostly do everything nowadays. Try going to somebody and asking for their services, or asking to buy their product, and actually saying, I've got no money to pay for it. What's the likelihood of that happening? And that's why it's so important to understand your relationship with money and be able to have that money mindset. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow, based on most of my information, most of my knowledge and experience and expertise I've had over the 30 years. It's taken me from zero to, well, most people all know where my journey is now with watching the wealth creation shows. So we'll look forward to seeing you, Richard and I, at 12:30 tomorrow for Money Mindsets on the Wealth Creation Show. Until next time, guys, have a fantastic rest of the evening, and hopefully the week will have a glorious week coming ahead for you as well. Until next time, guys, I'm Jim Parker for Fife Properties TV. Bye-bye for now.